For over 5 years, we've uncovered countless historic treasures right here in Huntington Beach. Stories, artifacts, and of course, the incredible people who have shaped this city into what it is today. Now, as we kick off Season 7, our excitement is at an all-time high as we dive deeper to discover what other fascinating stories are waiting to be told. I'm Chris Epting, and this is Hidden Huntington Beach. For the past 5 years on this show, one topic has sparked more curiosity than any other: the World War II bunkers hidden within the Bolsa Chica wetlands. Today, we're not just diving into the story behind these fascinating structures, we're actually diving in to one of the structures. To appreciate them, we need to rewind to December 7th, 1941. In the wake of the Pearl Harbor attack, the U.S. Army acquired the Bolsa Chica Gun Club and the lands surrounding it to establish a crucial defense system for Fort MacArthur and Port of Long Beach. The area transformed with fortifications, gun emplacements, and an intricate network of underground structures designed to protect our coastline. These bunkers provided soldiers a unique vantage point over the Pacific Ocean. Even though no attacks occurred, life for the troops was a blend of vigilance and an oddly uneventful routine in the mid-1940s. Among the most impressive remains a massive structure measuring 600 by 175 feet, built to accommodate artillery and storage, a true underground treasure for history seekers. During the 1970s and 90s, these abandoned bunkers became playgrounds for adventurous teens, places where curiosity thrived until safety concerns led to their closure in the early 2000s. Recently, we learned about a local who had found access to one of these remaining bunkers. For everyone's safety, we won't disclose the exact location, but I can tell you that getting in and out was quite the challenge. Alongside local artist and history enthusiast Rick Blake, we ventured into one of these storied spaces. As we step into the shadows of history, we'll uncover the secrets that these bunkers hold. Rick, before we go into the bunker, there's a story we got to tell up here, because you grew up here in Huntington Beach and you remember the legendary Smokey Stevens.
Oh yeah.
What do you remember about him?
Well, he was scary, you know. I grew up right down here next to the bean field, and you would not come up. While we're standing right here, like I still kind of feel the aura of Smokey. Like you can't be here. He's going to shoot you with salt pellet. Somebody's going to chase you down. Other people are working for Smokey Stables. You cannot be. This is like no man's land right here.
Well, just one thing. People don't know. Smokey Stevens was a guy, this old cowboy, who once the gun club closed, the oil company that owned the property, they hired him to basically watch guard the property. And back in the day, some of you may remember riding horses from the equestrian center to the beach through this property, and guarding the property, Smokey would shoot people with rock salt, right? But then after he retired in 1977, it was very sad. He died just a couple of weeks after he was going to retire to Palm Springs. He passes away, and Smokey Stables, which you mentioned, which was like a little equestrian pony ride place up here, they named that in honor of Smokey. It was called Smokey Stables in honor of Smokey Stevens. So the ghost of Smokey to me is always kind of prevalent up here. For people who grew up here, though, you really remember the fear of him when he was watch guarding the area.
Yeah, it's interesting because people from my generation will still be leery walking up here. It's so weird that kids can come up here and anybody can just walk. I mean, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Smokey land, you know? You can't just walk up there. Yeah, it's the aura and the feeling of Smokey is still here.
Yeah, and Smokey is laid to rest not too far away over in Westminster, at Westminster Memorial Cemetery there. But anyhow, all right, enough of Smokey Stevens. We are about to head to the underground, right?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Downtown, underground.
Well, Rick, you and I have talked about Bolsa Chica, the gun club a lot, the bunkers a lot. I didn't think we'd find ourselves down underground in the middle of one of the bunkers. You picked up on this and told me about it and generated this episode. So first of all, thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. I'm so happy to be down here and showing you. I mean, it's such history, and it's just here, hidden.
It's surreal. I got to tell you, I've been a lot of places. This is unreal.
Yeah, I think this one kind of was forgotten, actually, because the other bunkers were much bigger, and everybody went in there when I was a kid. Everybody would go into the other bunkers. And so right away when they started talking about taking away the bunkers, those ones were ripped out and then now there's a track homes on top of some of that area. But this one was kind of always buried because the other ones were so much bigger, and also this one was always covered when I was a kid in the 80s. This was kind of, nobody knew about it, and we were riding on our bikes and on tree swings right over here, and we didn't really know this was here. So now that after many years, it's been uncovered just by erosion and stuff.
Yeah, it's incredible. And again, you see these kind of areas where they would have driven vehicles in. I mean, it's really, for those of you obviously not with us right now, it's substantial. These walls are several feet thick. I mean, it's, the Army Corps of Engineers built this system, and clearly it was built to last. This is like modern day hieroglyphics.
Yeah, well, it's funny because it goes back in time. A lot of this graffiti is from probably the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And so it's not, you don't see like gang writing. It's more like art. And we go back further, you see like they're drawing characters and stuff, and it's really funny.
And I'm sure they were unaware, the kids who were doing it, of what, these were built around 1944, where we are right now. Obviously, where we are now was part of a very intricate system of bunkers that were all throughout the wetlands area, and built for munitions to sort of monitor what was happening at sea. I mean, a really organized, could hold thousands of people, all of them together. They start sealing them up in the early 1990s, this one included, but they forgot to kind of seal one little part of this one, and it really allows for this incredible experience. I mean, we just got down here, and I'm still sort of processing where we are. This is unreal. And we're going to poke around a little bit, I guess, Matt, if you're good with that. Being very careful. Again, I want to stress, this is no easy thing getting down here. I think it's worth it. I think showing people, again, it's all this whole thing of you never know what's underground. You never know what's just under your feet, what happened here. But here, literally, how many people are walking trails not realizing underneath them, 10 or 12 feet, there's this system.
Yeah.
So why don't we take a little peek about what's in the back? And again, thank you for being here with us. So Rick, we're deeper into the bunker now. Again, the artwork is really something. I mean, it just captures, even there, save Bolsa Chica. Oh, well, I get that. But I wonder what this room was used for. If you had a guess, what would be your...
I think this was the main room because I know that they would get information from other places like the radar and things. And I think this was the room where they would do all the technology, and they're sending, as soon as they got the information, there's a submarine coming into the San Pedro Bay. They're like, here's the coordinates, and they'd send the information to the gun on the point, the gun mount, and shoot it right here, coordinates, whatever. I think that's my guess.
I have to tell you, I'm always harping about we got to have a museum, this and that. You come down to a space like this, how amazing would this be? Because I think you're right, this is the largest room out of the smaller ones we've seen. This is the most substantial. But wouldn't this be the ultimate local history museum if there was a way to get people down and maintain the art on the walls? It's another world down here. It's so quiet and cool and removed from everything, but it's incredible to see. I can't imagine what it took. You see the air vents. They created another world down here.
Yeah, I think this would be so perfect for middle school kids or high school kids having a tour, have the legit entrance open, bring kids in, do a tour, have it set up how it would be, explain it. All the different things in history. This is World War II history right here in Huntington Beach that is just hidden.
And I always wondered too, did the gun club members, once the club was given back to them after World War II, did they come down? Did they have any knowledge? I know they knew they existed. Would they have been down here at all when the entryways were open? I wonder if they're out of curiosity, because you had a lot of veterans who were gun club members who I'm sure would have been intrigued by what was built down here. And it really... it's so impressive and it's just so surreal at the risk of being redundant. It's so weird being down here. But thinking about, like you say, the World War II history is substantial, which Huntington Beach had a lot of. There were a lot of soldiers in the city during World War II. There would be, battleships and aircraft carriers off the pier. They would shuttle people out to go visit. The pier itself became sort of a sentry where they had machine guns mounted on there to protect us. We were a coastal battery. Huntington Beach was a significant spot during World War II.
Yeah, I think bringing the history to life like this, especially for students, makes it much more interesting because it's real.
This really is, again, in terms of Hidden Huntington Beach, I can't imagine it's ever going to get much better or more hidden than this. You see these doors that are, you can hardly move them, they're so heavy. I think it speaks to the security level here. Like, this room was important, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, these doors are so no nonsense. It's like, a wonder.
And this is deep in it, so I'm thinking they would close this if the enemy was coming close. They can't get in.
No other rooms have a door structure like this. This is the only one. So yeah, again, I think you're right. This was the biggest, most significant room, but these doors are like incredible. I mean, real historical artifacts, but not to be messed with. Nobody was getting in this place if they didn't want them to. All right, let's go to that other room on the side here.
Yeah.
Again, there are a lot of rooms back here. This is the last one we're going to hit, Rick. But the artwork, like you were saying, is really evocative down here. And we just wonder, like, what was this room? It's got these weird slanted edges on the ceiling. You've got these braces here on the ground. I mean, I don't know. I got that thing built into the wall here.
There's these strange rectangled holes in the cement here. There must have been some kind of a machinery or...
Maybe. I mean, again, you don't know if again, there's a lot of ventilation going on down here. It was storage, so I'm sure there's a lot of munition storage happening. But this, I think where we are feels like living quarters throughout. Everywhere we've been is small, contained, with doorways and things like that. So it feels like where military personnel would have been living. And whatever it was, it's fascinating.
Yeah, these hardcore rectangular concrete blocks, maybe
2 of them, yeah.
Maybe holding up beds or something. It's just
all the piping is still intact on the ceiling for water, electricity. I mean, again, there's a little bit of a doomsday flavor down here where if something happened, this was the place to be, right?
Well,
part of the bunker system was built with the idea where in the event of something catastrophic, they would have a place to put people.
I think it was built right to be a bomb shelter.
In part, yeah, they'd store munitions and there was some bomb shelter areas. I mean, again, it was very multi-purpose back then, but it's really something. It's very hard to describe, but hopefully the pictures are doing a good job down here. And the last remaining military bunker beneath Bolsa Chica with at least a little bit of access, like modern.
Hey, look, it's where they store.
What's that?
It's where they store alcohol, right here.
So I wrote a book, as you may know, about the Bolsa Chica Gun Club. There's a whole. I'm reading the chapter about the bunkers where we are right now. So what I want to do is I want to sign a copy of the book and leave it here. Maybe like in 100 years, you know, someone will find some, or tomorrow after we run. I want to leave this here just as a little keepsake for anybody who wants to come grab it. There it is. But in the meantime, we're gonna try and make our way up with Rick's help. I think that'll be accomplished. It's the incredible sense of what happened down here, the era it takes you back to. It really is. I haven't started processing it yet, so I'll get to that later. But in the meantime, we're going to head back up. Thank you for joining us down here in one of the last remaining bunkers at the Bolsa Chica wetlands.